You're listening to the Impact Implosion on the Angry Marks Podcast Network.
Hello, it is another episode of the Impact Implosion here on the AngryMarks Podcast Network. As always, I am Seth Draken, and on the other end is the Frank Giver to my Howard Cosell, Mr. Mike Poland.
Football reference.
Yeah, I had nothing. I had nothing today.
We'll start. Yeah. And we'll start with one night only, I suppose.
Yep.
And we start that show with Bocara and Falaba against the Veterans of War. And this was sloppy.
You don't say. Jax Dane, I've seen very little of him, and I've not been impressed.
Not only Jax Dane, but like some of the spots from the heels was bad, too.
Oh, with a fat guy like Falaba?
They tried to, like, one of the spots here where the heels get the advantage, and Falaba is the one who's supposed to clip out, I think it was Crimson's leg, and I'm like, wow, that fell apart. And then Jax Dane nearly dropping Bocara on his neck out of a belly-to-belly suplex. Okay,
Jax Dane sucks.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. Fucking Crimson's better off without him. I don't even know if he was a veteran. But Jesus Christ.
Yeesh.
Jesus Christ.
You might more win with their, fireman's carry into the cutter. And this match also felt longer than the 10 minutes that it was. We have a backstage bit with Laurel Van Ness, who is looking for Congo Kong and pretty much doesn't talk anything about her match.
Still hasn't showered. Still sure hasn't showered.
Yep. Wearing the dirty dress. And then we also have a promo from the Veterans of War where Crimson rambles about stuff.
Yeah, Crimson's got to be the one talking because Jax Dane over here can't do shit.
Yeah, he just stands in the background.
Yeah.
Stand there and look menacing for me.
Yeah.
And speaking of standing somewhere and looking menacing, our next match, Laura Van Ness with Congo Kong at ringside for some reason against Ava Story, which this match is not good. 5 minutes of nothing.
Yep.
With Laurel winning, and the point of this match was after Laurel beats up Ava, and Allie comes out and attacks her, and
Congo Kong just fucking sits there?
Yeah, pretty much.
His woman's getting attacked. What the fuck? You're a heel. Get your fat ass in there.
You're supposed to be a savage.
You're supposed to be a heel, too.
And our third match was...
Shira versus Marche Rocket?
Oh, God. This match was another 5 minutes of nothing.
4 minutes and 40 seconds. Almost 5 minutes.
Yeah, Shira can't do anything in the ring. His whole offense is clothesline, sky high.
So let's put him in... Yeah, we'll get to that later. Get to what they do with him.
Yeah, Shira's offense is worse than Roman Reigns'.
Yeah.
And then fourth match in is...
Matt Morgan beating KM.
KM sucks.
Is he really that bad as a wrestler? I've only seen one match.
Morgan here, who's not really all that good either.
I've really seen one match of them and against Sutter, and I thought he was okay in that match.
I think it's also Morgan's not really never really been all that great either.
No, Morgan talk about a guy who never reached his potential.
Now, KM does have potential. It's just he's in a storyline. Anybody who's in this current storyline with Braxton and KM and Laurel and all of them, they're basically killing all their careers right now.
Or the Big Tannen storyline, these segments he's kind of in. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. But yeah, you're pretty much just killing about 5 or 6 people's careers with this one storyline.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not good. Morgan wins with the carbon footprint, which, We have a promo from Davey Richards and Angelina Love.
Is he adorable? Does he have the lipstick on?
Didn't look it.
Oh, damn it.
And then we have Davey versus Suicide, which this one was one of those ones that felt longer than it felt. It was like 15 minutes, and it probably
14.
could have been done in less. Because
14.
we've seen it done in less.
Yeah,
They
14.
needed to fill time on this show, so they had to do it like this.
Because Shearer versus Rocket was so fucking short.
Well, like we want Shearer to go 20 minutes.
No, nobody wants him to go 5. Go 20 seconds under, please.
Good if we have gotten, like, where was Andrew Everett or one of the other X Division guys to work Rocket? Would have been better.
Probably.
But yeah, Davey wins with the creeping death. They did a funny spot where Suicide hit like a springboard move and then goes down to like taunt Angelina Love on the apron and she kisses him thinking it was Davey.
I'm thinking that's what happens with Davey Richards, why he has the fucking lipstick on time. He max on Angelina Jolie, Angelina Love.
Angelina Jolie.
I don't know, Angelina Love, and Angelina's got too much fucking lipstick on.
Yeah, and then we have the Turning Point flashback, which is from 2009, and it's the three-way.
It's a three-way? I thought it looks like a flashback.
Yeah, I said the flashback. God.
Oh, yeah. A previous match.
Joe, AJ, and Daniel. Talk about filling for time because of the 2 short matches.
Hey, we gotta have an awesome match in there somewhere. It's for 3 guys. 2 of them are in WWE.
Who don't work for the company.
And the third one's in the ROH champ.
Tremendous.
Yeah. We might as well.
And then we have a promo from Davey and Angelina where Davey basically says that Eddie wrote his death warrant and Alicia is like digging a shovel or something, and then Angelina says, Eddie, how does it feel to know that you put your wife in more danger than she's ever been in? And I'm like, I'm not sure if this is more danger than she's ever been in. I mean, she has been wrestling a long time.
You gotta punch her from the crowd.
Yeah. And then we have a Sienna promo where she basically bullies McKenna or Mackenzie, because he keeps calling her McKenna every time.
Yeah, somebody keeps calling her McKenna for some fucking reason.
And she also says that Rosemary's not classy. She wears too much makeup. Doesn't mean anything.
I think that's part of the get-up. And it's face paint, not fucking.
Sienna.
And it's face paint, not makeup. You wear too much fucking makeup, Sienna.
Sienna says anyone that gets in the ring with her is classier every time they step in the ring with her.
By the way,
that's
Sienna wears.
The gimmick that she thinks she's classy, and she really isn't.
Yeah, Sienna wears too much fucking makeup.
And then we have Sienna and Rosemary, and if you're going to get something time, because I think these two potentially could have a really good match if you do.
They only got 6 minutes.
Yeah, and I also here's another problem with KM. He's out there for some reason, by the way.
He's a freaking cheerleader. We'll get to that later. Where he
he cowers from Rosemary at the end of the match. He's about to miss her, or she's about to miss him. And then in a backstage promo later, he cowers from Sienna. You're building him up as a big bully, and you're having him cower from the women.
Yeah.
Tremendous. Great logic.
Great logic. He's a bully who whatever.
And we have a promo from Eddie Edwards, which is quickly interrupted by Eli Drake. Thankfully.
Eli Drake, the name of dummies.
Yes. Not with Tyrus, but he'll be with somebody new in a couple weeks. We'll get to that. But yeah, Eli cut the promo about how he came this close to beating Eddie a few months ago, and he looks over at Alicia and basically like Rock used to do with Lillian Garcia. He's like, I can see her looking at me, and of course that's off Eddie, because that's his woman.
That's his wife.
Yep. And then we have, the Sienna KM segment that I mentioned, and then we have Eddie and Eli, which is kind of, Eddie's good, but he's very bland and milk toasty face.
Yeah.
And he wins the match via a roll-up. But you can't even give him like a win where he wins with the Boston knee party.
Roll-up.
He gets out of the air raid crash, rolls up, and he wins, and he rolls out of the ring and bails. Yay.
The most devastating finisher in all of wrestling. The roll-up. They can't stop it.
More devastating than a back rake. And then we have a Lashley promo where he says that he actually cut the good promo. He says that everybody wants this title, and everybody will do whatever it takes to get the title, including taking an ass whooping from him, and says that Moose is going to be a victim.
Well, he's not wrong.
And that's why it's a good promo.
Yeah, everyone does want that fucking title.
He makes the title sound important.
Yeah, even they're willing to get the GFW fucking belt for some reason.
Just because they're going to unify him at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And that leads to the main event, which is Lashley and Moose, which they built up for a long time, but
20 minutes, 11 seconds.
Too long for a match that wasn't, like, they're decent workers, but they need to work against people that can, like, are better than them.
No, I think Franklin's one of the best guys in the business, but Moose is still, he's only been in the business a few years.
Yeah. Moose still needs work.
Yeah, Moose needs work.
And he's not as bad as, like, Mongo or anything, but...
Fucking Mongo.
And Lashley retains the title. We get another Lashley promo about all the people that are coming after the title, and then we get a promo video for No Surrender, which is June 16th, 2 weeks before Slammiversary.
No surrender!
No surrender!
No retreat, no surrender!
And this show could have been a lot better.
I'm sure.
And that brings us to any news?
There's quite a bit, actually. First, Al Snow got arrested.
What does everybody want? A warrant.
Here's the sad thing about this. He got charged with failure to appear and was released on a $234 bail. The problem was, it was for a ticket 2 years ago of a broken light and expired insurance ID card. He took care of...
Wait, what?
He took care of it. Yeah, he took care of this shit. He thought he took care of this shit, but a typo made him failure to appear. So yeah, he got arrested.
What typo?
Yeah, he got arrested and had a freaking mugshot for a fucking typo.
Who's to blame for that one?
I don't know, man, but seriously, that just gotta be the worst thing ever. He got arrested for a typo. Other news, Jeff Jarrett was at a bar, and he was singing with freaking Bruce Pritchard, "With My Baby Tonight."
I want a video of that.
There is a video of it.
Oh, God. That sounds terrible.
Yes, he's reliving his WWE days.
Unfortunately, he doesn't. He's Brother Love and not Road Dogg singing it with him.
Yeah, Road Dogg.
Who's got the worst voice of those two?
And the broken story continues. Rebby says Impact is coming after her. Dutch Mantel says, you don't know our side of the broken story. We got our side. You don't hear our side of the matter. Then explain your side. Being someone who wasn't...
Stories, the broken story.
Yeah, and Gail Kim said some shit about Stephanie McMahon, of course, but...
I bet... Where is she? Is she retired or anything? Because...
she injured.
That happened like 10 months ago. Or like 9 months ago.
It was a back injury.
Oh, I thought it was the arm injury.
No.
Oh, okay.
Back injury.
Oh, alrighty.
Yeah, that's gonna be a while.
I thought it was like a shoulder injury from when Rosemary put her in the crossface chicken wing or whatever it was before she beat her with shade.
No, that storyline. Really, she had a back injury that happened during Bound for Glory with her and Maria.
Oh, well, don't remind me of that thing.
Yeah, that shitty match caused her to get hurt. And she had been working a little bit to finish that off when she was injured, knowing she'd probably have to forfeit the title. Thought she could go through with it, but couldn't.
That's unfortunate. If she was okay, this would be the time to bring her back and get her paid back, I guess, for the storyline with Rosemary. But
yeah, back injury.
Might make more, but unfortunately, unless they do unification with her and Sienna at Slammiversary, I don't know what to do with Rosemary at that show.
Yeah.
We'll get to where she falls into place on these tapings in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Impact from last week.
Which I didn't see.
I thought this was a good show, but apparently I'm the minority in this one.
I actually saw like the second hour. And it didn't seem too bad.
Yeah.
I like Magnus and Alberto.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, last week everyone wants Franklin. That's basically what everyone...
Everybody wants Franklin, starring Ray Romano.
Yeah. So, opening contest is actually a really good match, too. Continue these openers. Caleb Conley, Desmond Xavier, Andrew Everett, and Matt Sydal. Apparently, Sanjay was supposed to be part of this match, but the eye issue.
Yep.
From that stupid-ass dropkick maneuver.
From a few weeks back.
Yeah. And Caleb Conley and Desmond...
A friend of mine posted the whole show on YouTube, and I did get to see the match, and I liked it.
Yeah, Caleb Conley and Damian Xavier got jobber entrances. And while this match is going on, Josh mentions that JB's not here. And I'm like, you fucking jinxed yourself, didn't you? You know you just jinxed yourself. And a few weeks, Impact will be in Mumbai, India.
Yep, that'll be Memorial Day week.
And Everett wins with the Frankendriver.
Bobby Rana.
So they're calling it the Frankendriver now.
Which looks like it could really hurt somebody if you mess it up.
Yeah. So
they're dropping them right on their head and neck.
Yep, and
That's
Josh jinxed himself because JB is here.
No kidding. He's sitting in the crowd somewhere.
Yeah, with the POS sign that Josh has to strip from him. So
very WWE of him, confiscating signs.
Yes, then EC3 goes backstage, says, James Storm, I thought you were going to be here, but apparently not, so you're the coward, but there's going to be a cowboy tonight.
Oh, I did see this segment where he whipped him.
Yeah, we'll have to get to that later, but first, KM! This fucking segment. Did you see this?
I saw, was this where he's getting the pizza delivered?
Yes!
I did see that.
The pizza, where KM is in the hallway, and a freaking guy comes by, and he's like, is that a pizza? He's like, are you Billy? Are you Billy? Yeah, Billy. So, it basically goes into, eats the pizza, and the guy's looking at him to pay. He's like, well, you ordered a pizza. No, I didn't. Well, you said you're Billy. No, I didn't. Are you calling me a liar? Are you calling me a liar?
Maybe.
No, and he's like, no. Well, then I'll tell you, get the hell out of here. Make it like a tree, get the hell out of here. Well, by the way, KM just stole a pizza. And didn't pay for it. Here's what Pizza Man can do. He's going to get fired now, but because he didn't do this, but security. And
back.
You know that there's cameras and shit. And a hotel room. And a hotel hallway. There are fucking cameras. They can camera of you saying you're Billy when you're not. And you didn't pay. You stole a fucking pizza. Things ain't cheap, man. Also, Billy got fucked over. Poor Billy.
Yeah. Our next match is Hot Mess Van Ness.
Actually, next is the EC3 comes out, and James Storm Music is dressed like a cowboy.
And all he says giddy up about 15 times.
Yeah. I'll tell you that I rode here on my steed, Sebastian, and to all the ladies here, my butt drives them nuts.
Oh, God.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Storm, you and me, this town ain't big enough for the two of us. And let me croon.
EC3.
And starts crooning terribly. I mean, really, he never do this again, EC3. You suck at it. This is not good. James Storm comes out through the crowd. EC3 gets his ass kicked for most of it, but EC3 uses a boot to get advantage and handcuffs Storm to the ropes. And this, oh boy, EC3 takes off his leather belt and whips the living shit out of James Storm 31 fucking times. And backstage personnel even try to make the save, and EC3 trips over a utility guy, and in his anger, he slashes the motherfucker. He's like, tripping on you? Fuck you! You getting the lash. Josh is calling what JB is doing workplace harassment. This is workplace harassment.
For the company.
Yeah. He's also suspended right now and in the crowd, so it's not workplace harassment.
Yeah.
So, and then, apparently, unfortunately, Hakeem Zim and Idris Abraham come out, but I get a child abduction alert.
Oh, no.
Yep, Amber Alert. Cut the show, so, and their opponents, Laredo Kid and Garza Jr.
Laredo!
So, this match is kind of pointless. There's a spot where Garza Jr. wants to take off his pants. Idris and Hakeem try to attack, fail. Garza Jr. takes off his pants, and then the two heels beat him up.
Why couldn't you do that before?
Yeah. So,
was it the power of the pants?
I don't know. Laredo Kid wins the match with a 450 splash. They do the 450 while the other guy's moonsaulting. And they talk about being in the GFW Tag Team Championship tournament. By the way, you might all want to know where the previous tag team champions are.
They're with Jinder Mahal.
They're hanging with Jinder Mahal. Because you see...
The future WWE champion, maybe.
Yeah, because, as you see, people see, GFW Amped was so fucking long ago. So, the tapings were so fucking long ago and nothing was happening with that shit. Jeff tries to keep this company still running, keep this company relevant, even though it doesn't mean shit. It never meant shit, and everyone knows it. So, about almost a year now, both Hart, the Bollywood boys, who decided, why are we waiting on this fucking title that doesn't mean shit? Wait, WWE is offering us good money to be part of the Cruiserweight Classic. Here are your belts back, Jeff. Bye.
Why?
And Jeff, bye. And because Jeff is an idiot, Jeff didn't see the point in, until now, making new GFW Tag Team Champions.
Whoops.
Until now.
Oopsie.
This is nearly a year later. He has not made new GFW Tag Champs.
Oh, Jeffrey.
So now he wants to name them, make new GFW Tag Champs, and tries to make these things fucking important.
Price is right, ding.
Yeah. Wow.
That Price is Right, or is that Hogan's theme?
No, it's part of the Price is Right theme. Wow. So, make Impact great with the Pope. Then we have Ava's story here to do the job to Laurel Van Ness, who still has not taken a shower.
Oh, God. Career-killing gimmick.
Yes, LVN wins, still attacks Ava. Earl tries to get Laurel off Ava. Kong runs him off. So, yeah.
You're the referee. Why are you scared?
Yeah. Now Kong's gonna run off the person.
Like Undertaker and all these other guys.
Like Turning Point, where he just didn't fucking run this guy off. Didn't run Allie off. But he runs Earl Hebner off.
You get away from my woman.
So, poor Rockstar Spud.
Poor Spud.
Why? I never meant to pull Swoggle's pants down. He never meant
to pull his pants down.
Yes, his stuff is great for a stupid comedy with fucking Swoggle. Spud's trying the hell out of this thing. Spud deserves so much better than this. It's
Go to
criminal.
WWE.
I think WWE would fuck him too, because of his size.
The fact that he's like 150 pounds.
The fact that, look at it, barely dwarfs Hornswoggle. Just barely.
Yep.
That's why he's feuding with Hornswoggle. He's the only guy that doesn't completely dwarf him.
Dwarf and Hornswoggle.
Yeah, so LAX comes out with everyone in face paint, except Conan.
Yep.
Oh, and
this
both
is
of them
the
have
funeral for
freaking
Decay,
urns.
isn't it?
Both have urns, and the tag champs won their belts backwards. The funeral for Decay. They have 2 urns. We see Rosemary is in the catwalk watching on, and Conan decides to start being disrespectful. Apparently, Crazy Steve's in a coma, and Abyss is using a feeding tube.
We'll see Abyss later.
Yeah, we'll see Abyss later. By the way, I noticed this a second time watching this. Homicide is over there just like, because he's relegated to doing barely just being there. He's dancing the Jeffersons. Doing the Jefferson.
He's there for a paycheck.
Yeah, so yes, LAX says they're going to be in the tag team tournament, plan on having those belts too. And they hate America now as well.
Oh,
So
God.
waving a U.S. flag. LAX threatens to kick his ass. He refuses to sit down. Conan pie faces him, and here comes VOW.
Good God.
Their slow asses chase him off.
It's a slow chase scene here at the Impact Zone.
Yep. Time for an Impact Grand title match as Moose defends against Marshe Rocket. You might be wondering why Marshe Rocket's getting this title match.
It's a showcase for Moose.
No, also, Marshe Rocket made the challenge. He fucking asked.
Even though the match was taped like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, yes, it was taped a while ago, but yeah. Because they knew this was happening. He fucking asked.
And I asked you during the match, what is the point of this grand title?
I don't know.
Why not just rebranded the TV title or something?
I don't know. It was a Billy Corgan idea, and
it flopped.
It flopped, but they fucking kept it. And Josh talks about, hey, what do you know about Ron? So I'm in the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Bullshit.
Shut up, Josh. So Moose easily wins round 1, and then in round 2 just basically finishes him off with the go to hell.
Squashed him.
Basically, yeah, this was squash. Tyrus comes out, but this is a sneak attack by Eli and
Chris Adonis.
Yeah, Chris Adonis. They all decided to beat up. And some people were thinking Eli Drake was going to be a toady for Chris Adonis. You might remember the Adorable Davey thing. No. He's just getting people to just saying, hey, you want the belt? Go for it. I might help you. Because I want to beat this motherfucker. It's just basically...
They're setting up Moose and Adonis for Slammiversary.
Yeah, it's basically he's just putting people in front of him.
Doing the old heel gimmick. Put people in front of me before you get to me, before you get the payoff.
Yeah. He's not being a toady. This is not going to be a toady thing. But Moose is down. Eli stands tall with the belt.
And we'll see that match in a couple weeks.
The 1/6 time there's going to be an authority figure, unlike last week where we had both Karen Jarrett and freaking Bruce Pritchard making matches. This time it's Dutch Mantel who says, I got on social media, everyone tell me they want more X Division. Okay, Ultimate X. Next week. Then it's time for Angelina Love versus Alicia Edwards, and thankfully Davey has no lipstick on.
He's not adorable. He's killing the gimmick.
Yeah, so Eddie Edwards is with Alicia, and Eddie has crutches.
He's selling the knee.
Well, he's rarely hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Angelina knocks Alicia out with a fucking chain in her fist, and the ref sees this and fucking DQs her, tries to separate the two, but fails. Eddie stops the beating any further, but he's about to go to blows with Angelina, but Davey hits him with a crutch in the knee.
Yay!
Hey. So our main event time, but first we gotta talk with Franklin. Will he pay attention to the match? She's like, sure. You know, I never had the GFW title. I'm all about titles. Sure, I'll pay attention.
Why would you want the GFW title?
Because he's all about titles. You don't fucking care. He'll take it.
He's a prize fighter. Oh, wait, that's
Yeah.
somebody else's gimmick.
He'll fucking take it.
And our main event.
Magnus defending the GFW title against Alberto Del Rio. This is good.
Yeah.
Magnus tried his really good. Magnus tried his top rope elbow. Alberto kicked out at 2. Just as a moment of on the floor. I don't think he says floor. It's supposed to be floor. And I think says on the floor, but maybe So, cross arm breaker, but Magnus gets to the ropes. Cloverleaf of Magnus. Patron gets to the ropes. Patron with super kick. Magnus kicks out at 2. Alberto tries his double stomp finisher, but Magnus does the one thing many people should have done. Let go of the fucking ropes.
Albert Magnus.
I mean, Alberto tries the double... I meant Magnus. I said Alberto and then Magnus. I try to fix it.
Alberto El Patron and Magus.
Yeah, Magus. Yeah, he lets go of the fucking ropes. Which is why
that's the way to break it.
Which is why double stomp finisher is stupid. Because it needs another guy to hold onto the fucking ropes while you get into position.
Well, double stomp is generally a stupid move anyway, but yeah.
Well, on a laid down opponent, no, it's not. But on a guy in the
opponent that's kind of tied in a trio wall position.
Yeah, because he's got to freaking hold on to shit for it to work.
Convoluted.
Yeah, so cross arm breaker and Magnus taps out. El Patron's your new GFW champion. They say this is the biggest victory to Impact Wrestling ever. No.
Really?
I give the show a B. It was well paced, and that's ultimately all I can ask for.
Yeah.
There wasn't much bullshit. Fortunately, this week I had to give a D. So warning now that downfall quality fell.
I do like that they seem to be starting the shows with matches now, as opposed to these segments.
Yes.
Because that's something different from the last 20 years of wrestling, where it's always started with
a 20-minute promo.
A match.
A 20-minute fucking promo.
Whether it's been WWE,
where they book a main event on that 20-minute promo because they didn't have a main event beforehand.
Unless it was like a post-show dark match or something.
Yeah, they didn't have a 20-minute. They were like, oh, we were fucked, but this 20-minute segment, okay, now we have a main event.
Yay. We had stuff for the rest of the show, but we didn't have a main event planned for some reason.
Yeah. Seriously, that's the problem with these things. So, anyways, first match of the night is LAX in this EFW Tag Title Tournament versus Laredo Kid and Garza Jr.
Good match.
Yeah. Apparently, they have 8 teams for this tournament, and I'm trying to
there are only 4.
No, this is for a semifinal. Apparently.
No, they fucked up then.
Yeah, I know, because I think they only have 2 shows left, so I don't know how they're going to do this whole thing. But
Next week they have a match, and then the finals the week after that.
Well, they got to do the semifinals and then the finals.
They fucked up.
I know.
Josh fucked up the commentary.
Okay. Yeah. So, LAX versus Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. Like I said, the GFW tag titles are vacant because the last tag champs are hanging with Jinder. Jinder. So, Homicide, Homicide's completely pointless here. Either him and Conan, no need for both. But someone's like,
the chick at ringside, you don't need the 2 other guys.
Homicide's injured, so that's probably why he's just there.
But you don't need Conan then.
Yeah.
Unless he's just a mouthpiece.
Yeah. And then
Conan probably can't work anymore.
Then you don't need Homicide then.
I think eventually when Homicide heals, he'll probably be in the X division.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So Garza Jr. does the pants tearing thing, while the other guys just fucking stand there.
They're mesmerized by how he takes off his pants.
And LAX moves on because here's the stupidest thing. They take out one of the guys. I forget which one. Their names. Santana and Ortiz, I don't know which was which.
Santana and Ortiz, yep.
Yeah, so it's a 2-on-1 in the ring with the faces having 2 and the heels having 1 because the other guy got sent to the outside. The one guy, the heel starts slapping them around, and you're like expecting they're gonna start kicking his ass, but nope. He enziguris Laredo Kid out of the ring, and then Garza Jr. decides to start fighting back. And it's at some point in this match that in a not well placed Hurricanrana, Diamante does.
Yeah, I noticed that because the other guy.
She fell. She's supposed to stand up, and she fell. It looked like she might be standing up, but she kind of tripped backwards, fell on her ass.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Botchamania.
Well, yeah, anyway, they pin Laredo Kid, so basically Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid look like jokes here. Yep. And Josh is saying, you know what, no JB here in the crowd, and I'm like, fuck.
He's backstage.
Yeah, you've jinxed yourself, again!
Keep your mouth shut, Josh.
Magnus is backstage, and he's mad at Pritchard for putting him in a match with Morgan against Patron. Before Patron put him in a match against Morgan, before he fought El Patron, he's like, dude, that same week you fought Morgan, El Patron fought Drake. And he's like, I'm gonna do something about this. So, we then get a montage of LVN and Congo Kong's feud with Braxton Sutton and Alley.
And it's time to end.
Back in Congo Cat face paint against Braxton Sutter, and LVN still has not taken a shower. I actually counted now 84 fucking days.
Jesus Christ.
I know. It's been 84 days since the wedding. She still is drinking, still has on the same dress and the base paint. I wonder
if it's the same frickin' bottle.
I don't know.
Refilling it.
I don't know.
Or if it's like Daniels with the Appletini, she just hides them in the what?
Oh yeah, Christopher Daniels Appletinis in the locker.
Hides it in the locker.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's an Appletini in my locker.
There's a wine bottle in here for some reason.
Might as well.
LVN, you need help.
Yes.
They're meaning for people like you. You need a shower and you need help.
So, this match is bad, but few highlights of LVN basically Braxton getting choked on the outside, but then LVN drawing a heart with some lipstick. I'm like, you should have drawn a dick on his head and shaved one of his eyebrows. It's a whole college trick.
Draw it right around his mouth.
Yeah. Whole college trick. Next, he's going to shave one of his eyebrows. So, Congo Kong, I'm sorry, Kev, he's not good.
He's a big Samoan.
No, not a Samoan. He's lumbering around in this match at plenty of times. There's moments in this match where he's just
like 400 pounds.
I don't know, but he does not go to the turnbuckle correctly.
Oh, he does that thing that I hate, where he doesn't take the turnbuckle bump right.
Yeah, he doesn't take the turnbuckle bump right. So, Congo Kong wins, by the way.
And
I don't remember how he won, but he won. Sienna and KM come out to join Congo and LVN in their beatdown. But here comes...
And for some reason, Shera comes out.
Bali Shera. And Braxton's like, Boo Boo, you okay? Yes, he calls Allie Boo Boo.
Boo Boo?
Yeah, Yogi Bear fan. Boo Boo, you okay? So, next week...
Shera's the park ranger?
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe KM can be the park ranger.
Braxton, you gotta stop taking those picnic baskets.
And do the Shera Shuffle.
Yeah, do the Shera Shuffle again. Stop picking picnic baskets. Instead, so next week, Sutter and Shera take on KM and Congo Cat.
Yay.
And Allie is disappearing into this feud. She is not being featured at all.
Because it should be her and Laurel feuding, and it's instead the guys.
It's the guys. So tonight,
they're saving that for Slammiversary, which I hope not.
Fight James Storm and the Ultimate X match, because I did miss the first few minutes. Apparently, there was an Ultimate X montage setting up for tonight. And by the way, they showed the same montage they showed 2 weeks ago, or last week, highlighting the Ultimate X.
Yes, that is tonight.
Yeah. So Mackenzie's here with Karen Raptor.
Oh, God.
And all she's here is to do is make a mixed tag match for next week. Lisha and Eddie versus Dana. Yep. And Magnus shoves her to the side, and her response is, "What's he doing here?"
He works here.
What's he doing? Why is he back here? And I'm like, hear me out here, Karen. Maybe he's a wrestler?
Novel concept.
Right back here?
Novel concept.
Yeah, novel concept. So we find out Magnus is here for commentary.
Oh boy.
Which makes that Raptor story completely pointless. Because he's here for commentary. And EC3 versus James Storm. Storm came with the strap. Refs takes the strap. Storm argues, and EC3 attacks him from behind. And through most of it, EC3's kicking ass. Magnus and apparently EC3 have problems with management. I do as well. Who the hell is the top person in this management? Because anyone can make a fucking match. There's 3 people. There's Dutch. There's
no protocol.
Karen. And sometimes they both make. Do they flip-flop, or do they just, I don't know, do whatever? And Magnus mentions all the titles he held. He mentioned Rinka King, too, which I'm okay with.
Continuity.
Yeah. And Magnus, Josh is completely against him, and he's like, well, again, pissed off at Magnus, because he picked JB, and he's like, you've said all these nice things to me in the past few weeks. Still doesn't change the fact that you're a stooge. And Josh is like, you know what? You shouldn't get a world title shot now because of the things you said to me. He's like, I held my breath. That's what you said. You were mean to me. That's mean.
Shut up, Josh.
Oh, yes. Storm grabs the leather strap and is about to use it on EC3, but Magnus takes it away. Then refs and Bruce send Magnus to the back. For whatever reason. Yeah. So EC3 hits a TK3, but he gets an idea. He's going to grab the strap. It's another CK3. Then he's going to strap him. But Stifler stops him, so EC3 decks him and starts whipping the ref with the belt.
That's going to cost him.
Yeah, that's going to cost him. James Storm was like, what the fuck? And so Magnus comes back out and beats him up. And then argues with EC3, and Pritchard comes out. He says, all right, stop, enough. You all want to fight for this world title shot 3-way next week. Magnus, EC3, Storm.
Okay, then.
With EC3, you need to go find your balls.
And he shoves down Pritchard.
EC3 kicks his ass. You shut.
I guess he doesn't love him.
He doesn't love him. So we get another Rockstar montage, promising
I didn't mean
to get revenge on
Next week, I'm going to get my revenge.
Revenge is mine. These are pretty good segments, by the way. I didn't mean to pull his pants down.
I didn't mean to pull his pants down.
Time for the
he needed to pull out some crocodile tears for that, by the way.
Yeah, time for some GFW women's title match as Sienna defends ODB. And this week, thank God, we do not get a KM segment where he fails to act like Biff Tannen. Thank God. But instead, Sienna just beats ODB clean. KM's just there to be a fucking cheerleader.
Is the silencer supposed to be like similar to the pounce, pretty much?
Yeah.
That's the vibe I get from it.
Yeah, the shoulder tackle, yeah. And Josh says, hey, this is one of the best impacts since JB is here, ever, since JB is in here. Here comes JB.
Whoops.
What are you here? What are you doing here? You're suspended. He's like, I hired myself
an attorney.
I got an attorney, and I've been officially reinstated, effective immediately. It's just like, who's your attorney? It's Joseph Park.
Whoa.
Biz needed something to do. To decay his head. And JB has now been named head announcer, and Josh is like, bullshit. And JB's like, you know what? I want to fight you, because Josh calls him fat and shit.
He also says, wait, are we 11? We know you're Abyss.
You're Abyss.
And also Joseph Park called Bully Ray a mid-carder.
Yeah. I mean, that mid-card. Hey, I think there's a lot of heated issues now that Bully Ray's in spurred. Bully Ray was supposed to be originally the Del Rio role, the El Patron role, but he spurned them for ROH.
Yep.
JB and Joseph Park versus Josh Matthews and a partner of his choice at Slammiversary. Well, by the way, we do know who this is, and we'll get to that when it comes.
Holler.
If you hear me.
Yes, the notorious B.I.G.
The notorious Scott Steiner. Okay, fucking boy. It's Scott Steiner, people. He hasn't returned yet, but it's him. Okay, and Josh is leaving commentary, so Ultimate X is going to be featuring Jay.
It'll be tolerable.
Hope. And...
It's an Ultimate X match.
It's an Ultimate X match, that's okay. It's low-key defending against Trevor Lee and Andrew Everett. And by the way, there's this really good spot where Andrew Everett does the shooting star press off the top rope. Not the torn turnbuckles, but off the top rope. But here's the thing you gotta notice. Low-key is fucking there, and he just says, fuck this! He goes out of the runs. He runs to the side.
Another woman's just there for a paycheck.
No, well, he's there. Well, he's the X-Men shit, but he's like, fuck this, I ain't catching this, I ain't doing this shit, this guy's gonna fall on me. It's all yours, Trevor. So, anyways, Low-key there's a moment in this match where Trevor Lee gets a steel chair.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey! So, Trevor Lee turns around, and Low-key punches the fucking chair. and through the rest of this match, he's fucking paying for it because he's having issues climbing the ropes. Because he punched the fucking chair. Why the fuck would you do that? Hey, I have this great idea. He's gonna turn around, I'm gonna punch him in the face through the chair. Yeah, it's gonna hurt him, but it's also gonna hurt your fucking hand.